let's get into this ad, Steve, and call it a week.
Woo!
Man, this has been crazy. This is a post I found on the Ugly Guitars group. You should go follow Ugly Guitars because it's just a whole bunch of fun. A guy named Pior? Pior?
I think it's just probably pronounced Peter.
You think that's Peter, but in a weird Russian spelling?
Yeah.
Peter Reznikov posted this. He said, WTF did I just buy part 2? So this guy had bought what is basically like a Vox Phantom shaped guitar. I think it was made by Teisco. He took the pickguard off of this thing. Maybe I should just read it. No, I'm going to describe it. He took the pickguard off of this thing, and the route for the pickguards has been completely filled in with some sort of like white epoxy. And whoever did this combined 2 pairs of single coil pickups and included them into this resin pour. So there are 4 single coils grouped together as 2 humbuckers, visually humbuckers. They're not actually humbuckers.
Do you think they're wired as humbuckers?
It sounds like they're not. It sounds like they're wired as 2 singles, not humbucking. But they are permanently resined into this guitar. This thing must weigh a ton, and this looks awful.
Yeah.
It looks just terrible, and it's so sad because I've been wanting a Phantom-style guitar for so long, and to see one be destroyed like this is so sad. I can't think of a way to salvage this.
Yeah, I don't
like poured like a gallon of epoxy resin into a guitar and permanently like bonded the pickups with the body. It's over for this thing.
Game over, man.
It's game over, man. So let me see if there's anything to cull from this guy's description. The humbuckers are noisier than any single coils I own. Humbuckers as in quotes.
Yeah.
And I was planning to swap them out, but change of plans. Any clue what the previous owner used to seal these pickups into the body or how to remove them? They're locked in place. Edit, Dave Batter pointed out that these aren't even humbuckers, but rather 2 single coil pickups literally stacked on top of each other. WTF. I am feeling for this dude. I didn't catch the original post. I don't know what he paid for this thing. But man, that's rough. I guess if you were to remove this resin situation, you'd need to remove the neck, the bridge, and the trim hardware, and get a router with a blade you don't care about and a lot of safety gear, and literally grind those pickups and the resin out of there.
It's so weird.
Which
I think like I don't even know if I would try that. I think I might just take the whole thing off and like I don't know, use a heat gun.
But if it's epoxy, it's not going to melt. That looks like some sort of like boat resin.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like glue or like, you know, a paint or something like that that'll melt. Like resin doesn't melt. It just gets harder.
Oh,
and like chips. Like you could chisel it out of there maybe. And if you were to melt it to get it soft enough to like scrape it out of there, you would be burning. Like if it was plastic, you would be burning plastic and releasing so many fumes. You would not be doing your body good. No, this is a grinding situation. Angle grinder. That's what I would do. I would attack the pickups with an angle grinder and have some serious safety gear on. And once the pickups were clear, then I would use a router to clear out however much resin I needed to salvage this body.
I just would avoid this thing. I don't know.
It's a wall hanger now. Put the pick guard back on, hang it on the wall.
I guess you got to figure like maybe he saw it and thought it looked cool.
Well, yeah,
it's a Phantom style.
Yeah.
And then like just just thought it was like a weird paint job.
Yeah.
Like it was like blue and like somebody's like, oh, instead of pickup rings, we're going to put this like blue stuff on there. Like,
well, here's the thing with a Phantom, it's like my Hallmark swept wing where the pick guard covers most of the body.
Oh, okay,
so with the pick guard over these pickups, you wouldn't see all this cracking resin. Oh. So this guy just bought this thinking there were humbuckers in it.
Okay, and then he took the pick guard off.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I bet I wonder if there's cables coming out of the resin for both pickups, and if you could just snip one pickup from each grouping and just have a regular single coil from each grouping, and it might kill the hum a little bit.
Probably. I mean, if it's really 2 single coils, I'm sure all the like wiring is done away from the pickups. They're probably not actually wired together.
We can see this group of wiring coming out here, and it does look like 4 wires coming out of the body. So yeah, that would be my recommendation to this guy, to snip 2 of the wires and just call it a 2 single coil guitar, and that might help with the noise issues. Might. I mean, you're not supposed to submerge pickups in resin.
Yeah.
Like, this is bananas. I wonder if this guy's in Russia, because it seems like a total like Russian fix to do to something. I want to make humbuckers. How do people do that? Oh, just resin it together. Fill the body with resin. We know how to work with resin. So crazy. I feel so bad for this thing. You have any final notes?
No, man. I smash it.
Yeah. All right. Steve's voice is gone. Big thanks to our sponsors this week, Sinusoid and Flower Petals.
Yeah.
Go check them out in the links down below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Bye.